And we are back on the Zero Hour. I'm your host, Richard RJ Eskow. A few weeks ago, I had author Matthew Whalan on, Matthew Vernon Whalan, to talk about his new book on the Alabama prison, Bullock. And the full title of that book is Bullock Chronicles of Deprivation and Despair in an American prison. And during that conversation with Matt, we brought up the name of Milton Jones Jr. Now, Milton Jones was arrested in Alabama at age 16. He is now either 57 or 58 years old, I believe. He was held for a year, then tried as an adult. And given a life sentence, meaning that he is still in there 41 years or so later. And one of the things I want that I know Matt feels strongly about, and that I feel strongly about, is that we can't understand the prison system without understanding what it does to individuals and to their families. And since Milton himself can't join us for obvious reasons, I do have some family members of his with us here, and thanks to the efforts of Matthew Whalan. So we'll start with this if we can. Before I introduce the family members, Matt, why don't you just give us a quick overview, anything I've skipped in Milton's story?
Yeah, so you're right. I believe that Milton was incarcerated at 15, and he was held. I believe he was held on burglary charges, and then held until he turned 16. Arrested in juvenile detention for a rape charge that he claims he is innocent of. I think he has a pretty strong case for innocence. He was unable to read or write at that age. His parents were both not in the state. He did not know his father very well, and his mother was out of state at the time, and so he went through the legal proceedings without a legal guardian, to my knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
And he his trial was transferred to Marengo County, where he appears to have had an all-white jury. And his lawyer did very little to help him. He's been, that was all, I believe the crime happened in 1982. He was arrested for it in juvenile hall in 1983, and he has been, during that time, he's done time in, I think, all but one of Alabama's prisons, because Alabama randomly transfers people around. He's currently in Bibb prison.
So one of the things that we should note as we go to the family members, I did just a bit of research before we began. The average sentence for an adult, never mind a juvenile, but an adult convicted of a rape, and we could get to the question of innocence in a second, but is about 14 years as opposed to 41 years. Now we're talking about a black man who appears to have been tried by an all-white jury. We're talking about someone who couldn't read or write, according to what you just said. That means even more than usual. You need the help of a good lawyer to explain things to you. You can't actually, read the charges yourself and so on. So it becomes a human tragedy if it's a crime you can't commit and you're not able to mount the proper defense. And then if on top of that, you get this sentence that's way out of line, there's nothing restorative about that's not restorative justice, right? That's just warehousing an individual. That's how it seems to me. Well, let's talk to the family. We have from the family, they've all been kind enough to take use part of their lunch break from work for this, as I understand it. We've got two aunts of Milton Jones Jr. We've got Lucille Jones, we got Mary Pitts, and then we have his first cousin, Tykesha Jones. Let's start with, I guess.
I'd say I don't think he's a junior.
You don't think what?
Is that correct?
Yeah, he's not a junior. He's not a junior.
It's just Milton Jones.
Oh, I thought I got a junior in there somewhere. All right. Well, thank you for correcting me on that. Don't call the man junior if he's not a junior. Well, why don't we start with the aunts first of all, because you probably knew Milton's mother best of all, right? Lucille and Mary. And I know that he didn't get to see her for, as I understand it, many years before she passed away. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
What was she like? What was his mother like?
Well, she was a traveler. She was traveling from here and there. She was just like she was going from state to state, so she liked to travel. So.
Uh-huh. And did she have other children besides Milton?
No, he was the only one.
Oh yeah, so that's even tougher, right? When it's now he was a young man when he was incarcerated, although you look, I shouldn't say this, I'll get in trouble. You look too young to have known a man that's been incarcerated for more than 40 years. But what was he like as a boy? Did you know him well?
Well, like I said, he was staying with the people that she had gave him to the first time. But when he as he got a little older, like 12, 13, he came back home to live with my mother and us. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you know him real well.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. And then so Tykesha, you're his cousin. Did you ever get a chance to meet
No,
him?
because I was born in 84.
There you go. So,
over the time, just by talking to him, we have built a relationship.
so you built a relationship like over the phone or whatever?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now it's hard. I know it varies from state to state, but it can be hard to talk to someone in prison by phone. And or by the video thing they set up, and it can cost a lot of money too. Is it difficult for you to maintain contact with him that way?
I wouldn't really say so. He calls when he can, so I wouldn't really say so.
Well, that's nice actually. I mean, here's a cousin who we never even met person to person, and he will give you a call. So would you all say that he's family oriented?
Oh yes. Most definitely. Definitely. Like I said, I built a bond with him, but we never met. But I have built a bond with him.
Yeah, and I'm sure you aunts feel the same way, that you have a bond with him as well, right?
Yes.
Sir.
I knew him when he was small because he used to stay with a lady named Miss Scrappy. After before he moved with my mama. And I used to go visit him because it wasn't that far from our house, because he was just up the railroad track. So I used to walk by and visit him and stuff. And he just always smiling.
Always smiling, yeah.
Always grinning.
Yeah, kids have their. I always feel like kids are born with their personalities. Like whoever they're going to be, they are that person right from day one.
Yeah.
So,
can I ask a question? Would you describe Milton as a shy or outgoing, or what was his personality like?
That's a good question.
Well, I say he was when I knew him, he was happy-go-lucky, because I left Alabama when I was 18.
Yeah, she was in California, so really it was me that the one that probably didn't know him more better. So, well, he was Milton didn't really get in no trouble or nothing. He was always mostly a follower. So if he did anything wrong, he was following somebody. So he wasn't trying to get in no trouble or nothing. So he was a good person. If we had a stockyard down there, he would go down there to the stockyard and make him a couple of dollars to go to the store and buy him what he wanted or whatever. So he wasn't no bad person or nothing. No, he
Yeah.
wasn't. Uh-huh.
And then this is a question for either the family or Maddie. Is there any talk of him getting out at any point soon? Is he he's been at, like I say, in prison?
Yeah, but like every time he come up for parole, we are there. But the family said they weren't coming back no more. It was up to Milton to get out on his own. So, but when every time we go, the state be there to pick it up.
Yes.
So that what really was holding him in there, the state.
So
State turn him down.
what's that, Matt?
You just mean the state keeps showing up to deny him?
Yeah,
You mean?
Yes.
yeah,
And
So they keep denying him. Yeah.
yes,
Deny.
So how would you describe his mood right now about, does he think he's there forever? Is he pessimistic?
Well,
I think he does, but I think Matthew, salute to Matthew,
gave him hope.
and he just feel like he has hope. He actually like
now he
cried
has
on the
hope.
phone, so he feel like he's had a little hope now.
Well, he's, through Matt's work, he's getting to speak to the public about his situation, which is really
yes.
good. Have you all thought about, and I don't know if this would do any good or not, to be honest, but I have friends who have started like letter writing campaigns and so on for various prisoners around the country. And is that something you've thought about, building on the public attention that Matthew has brought to this, maybe asking that he be given clemency? I mean, he's been in there a long time.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he got to where now his eyes are going bad and everything.
He got diabetes.
He got diabetes. He real sickly now. Back then what you call it, the nursing ward. So he can't do nothing. For himself or nothing. So.
And what do they call? I mean, there's also that option of, I forget what they call it, but like humane release, or when someone's not well, there's something else that they could do. Do you know what I'm talking? There's a word for it. I'm blanking on it right now. Well, why don't we close with this for each of you family members, and Matt as well, maybe, but for the people listening or watching to this, what would you like them to know or do or think about or anything else about Milton Jones, not Jr., and his situation right now?
Well, we just want the world to try to help us get him out, because he been in there for a while. Like I said, his mama passed when he was in there. She was even going to the parole board with us until she got sickly, till she couldn't even go no more. She was getting us the money to go down there every time he come up for parole, and he get denied. So we just want trying to get him help to get him out of there. Because I think he done served his time. If he did participate in anything, he done served his time. It's time for him to come up out of there now. He done he sickly in there. He need to come home.
Yes.
And he to be honest, he keep, and I kind of believe him. He's keep claiming, saying he's innocent about the rape. The only thing he said he was guilty of, nobody's perfect, he said he did take something. Now he did say that, but the rape,
never admitted it.
He's never admitted to that at all. And like you said,
railroad him too.
If rape was the case, why give him life?
Right.
And also, there's no real DNA evidence against him.
It's not. It's really not.
There's multiple people who say somebody else did it. I won't say his name on the show, but I tracked that person down. Everybody knows him. He's now in prison for murder for a crime that supposedly happened just on a block right nearby where this crime happened. There's the evidence against Milton is very weak. for
And
that.
also, Matt, tell them about the other friend that you were able to talk to last week. Like one of his friends he grew up with. What did he say?
Yeah, yeah. I tracked down somebody who was subpoenaed as a witness to testify, and he claims that Milton's lawyer at the time had at the last minute asked him not to testify because he thought that person's criminal record would be used to discredit him, would be used to discredit his testimony. And we were able to track that person down. Actually, y'all tracked him down.
Mm-hmm.
I interviewed him a couple weeks ago, and he also swears that Milton is innocent. And he says he would have testified to that effect because another big thing about this case is that the trial transcript is missing. So some of these things can't be checked because the trial transcript, the state doesn't have it anymore. So every court file I get is missing the trial transcript.
It feels like one miscarriage of justice on top of another. And so I wish you all the best with this. We'll help any way we can. But again, the prisoner in question is Milton Jones. We've been speaking with his aunts, Lucille Jones and Mary Pitts, and his first cousin, Taikisha Jones, and with author Matthew Vernon Whalan, whose book on Bullock you should read, and whose Substack is hardtimesreviewer.substack.com, where you can follow this and other cases. I wish you the best of luck. I thank you for taking the time to speak with me, and we'll be in touch through Matthew and see what else we can do. But thank you again.
Thank you, thank you, Matthew.
Thank you guys. Thanks so much for doing this with us today.
Yes.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We depend on your support here at the 0 Hour, so please give whatever you can at any of the links you see on your screen. Thanks so much.